$246,000 profit in the month of October, all due to this strategy that I'm going to be breaking down in this video. I built out a full Miro board going over everything. First, I'm going to be going over who this works for, showing you that you do not need a big online presence to do this. Also breaking down the entire content funnel, the funnel that's actually within the content you're making on YouTube, not off platform. This is where all the money is made, showing exactly every step that goes into it. On top of that, the flywheel VSL, this is the main thing, the main driver that's gonna push all this traffic and convert it without you needing any sales process, any fancy sales tactics, none of that. This eliminates all of it, as well as breaking down all the numbers, showing you exactly how I cash collected this much in one single month, and showing you detailed step-by-step what that looks like. And then of course at the very end, the implementation, how you can implement this yourself and build it into your own funnel. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. So getting started, who this actually works for. So I'm gonna break down a few people that I've used this exact YouTube strategy content funnel for. First of all, my client Azarel, who also happens to be my roommate. You guys have probably seen this video I made with him. 74K per month is around what he's doing profit. All of his traffic comes from YouTube. He has Instagram that's kind of supporting, helping nurture people and showing them what his lifestyle looks like, that kind of thing. But all the actual leads, everyone that finds out who he is, comes entirely from his YouTube channel, which is purely lifestyle, no value. I'm gonna get into this. Another person, Stecca, you guys have probably seen my interview with him in my 6-hour course. Not really interview, but like a coaching call with him where we first started talking about doing this. He's doing 70K a month, and look, he has literally 200 subscribers running up YouTube. His videos get a couple hundred views and he's running it up. And then of course, myself, 135K per month profit. That is the highest profit month I just cleared with my own info product. Similar situation where my Instagram really doesn't have a funnel. I'm not funneling any traffic through this. All the traffic comes directly from YouTube, and I have the funnel set up within YouTube. Okay, no need for a landing page, no need to do anything fancy like that. It's all through YouTube. Now, as you guys know, June 2025, I made a video, $178,000 profit month with this exact YouTube funnel. And I wanted to make another video breaking it down even more in depth so that you guys can see exactly how it looks. Now, fast forward from June to now, this is the highest month I've cleared, $246,000 profit month. October 2025, this was last month. I'm recording this November now. 138,000 attributed to my own offer. Here's just some dashboard screenshots, another 32K or so from Crypto Wire. That's again, just my own coaching offer. And then also all the client offers that I run. As you guys know, I do info operating, another 108K or so attributed to my client offers, which all of those come via Wire, Crypto just paying me at the end of the month for running the entire offer. Now, this is the biggest personal profit month. And I also want to say, as you guys know, I'm very transparent about everything. This is the first month I've had where my own offer actually made me more money than the actual business model itself and running up other people's offers. So I figured I would make a video kind of breaking it down and showing you guys what the strategy looks like, since it is pretty much the backbone of my own offer. And then of course, all the other offers I'm running. This is the gold mine. This is the money printer right now. So I wanted to make a full video breaking it down. Now, this strategy I'm about to show you was pretty much invented by Iman Gaji, as you guys may know. He pushes this super hard in his $18,000 coaching program. He also has some videos on it on his Iman business channel. This is the full strategy I'm about to break down and show you guys exactly what the content funnel looks like. Before that, you guys need to get something into your heads. A lot of you want to know like what the best funnel is if you're a creator or a coach. What is the best way I'm going to be able to drive my traffic and put them through a landing page with a VSL and have a closer and a setter hit them up? This funnel, if done properly, eliminates the need for all of that. I'm talking, you don't even need a closer, you don't need a setter, you don't need any of those things. The entire funnel is built within your content, specifically on YouTube. You don't even need other platforms. If done correctly, people are gonna come up to all your calls. They're gonna show up to all your calls pre-sold, no need for a setter, closer, any of that stuff. Anyhow, I'm yapping, but let's get into the actual content funnel itself. So before anything, we have the traffic mechanism, which is the top of funnel content, which looks like this, okay? I'm sure you guys have seen videos like this, a weekend in Miami of a course seller, day in the life of a course seller. You guys have all seen videos like this. Now, there's a few things to note when it comes to content like this. It brings the lowest quality demographic. People watching these kind of videos, they might be interested in making money online, that kind of thing, but it's pure lifestyle, almost no value. However, with that being said, even though it's the lowest quality demographic, it's the highest volume of viewership. This is how you're gonna get the most eyes on your offer, on whatever it is that you're selling. However, most people don't know how to convert this. Let me show you real quick like what this content actually looks like. So just from pulling up my own YouTube channel, and you guys can go and look at this yourself, of course, but as you can see, this is just pure lifestyle garbage. Like there's no value involved in this at all. I like to, I put a lot of value like in the middle of all the partying and stuff, but this is what gets the eyeballs. Okay, this video has 14,000 views in 2 weeks at the time of recording this. My channel only has 6,000 subscribers. This is not the kind of content that brings my ICP. This is the kind of content that gets a ton of eyeballs. I'll show you another example. If I pull up Azrael, which I just showed you guys, his video is pure lifestyle. Like that is all this is. Private jets, partying, like there is absolutely no value in these videos, but it's fine because the value videos were already posted in the past and they're being used inside of this entire funnel. Now, again, I'm about to break down exactly how this works, but I just wanted to show you like what this stuff actually looks like. It is seriously just pure lifestyle, no value. There's not a ton that goes into creating content like this. Now, back to the Miro board. So you guys have probably seen a ton of videos like this, Iman Gaji Unscripted, a ton of channels rather, where people are splitting up their content between making this lifestyle type content and then also making the value content. Let's look at Iman's channels, for example, since he pretty much came up with this strategy. And again, I want to give credit where it's due. I pretty much pulled this entirely from him and implemented it, I want to say around 9 or 10 months ago into all the offers I'm running. And again, still to this day, almost a year later, it still prints and it is the absolute backbone of everything. So let's take a look. So if you take a look here, we have the Iman Gaji channel, which is just the main channel that he has. This is pretty much all business related stuff. These 3 AI businesses will make you this much money. If you're gonna get rich, how to get rich. It's all like how to make money online. It's pure value on this channel. And then he has the other channel. This is simply a vlogging channel. Look, it's showing him buying new cars, spending money, traveling, raw reality of an ultra humble trillionaire. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is not going to bring the highest quality demographic to his videos, but it's gonna bring a lot more views. If you look at the comparison and the amount of views that these videos get compared to his other channel, like this channel is, it's not getting as much engagement or views as this one is, because obviously who would rather watch some value-based business video compared to Iman Gaji's $2.8 million Cape Town mansion? You know what I mean? It's not gonna bring as high of a quality demographic, but it's gonna bring a lot more views. So you've probably seen a lot more of these channels popping up recently, and I'm about to get into this. So the biggest question is, how do you actually convert this traffic? Because no one seems to know how to actually take this top of funnel traffic and turn them into buyers. Because if you're just linking people from these videos to an offer, it's probably not gonna convert very well, because this content is purely top of funnel, it's pure lifestyle. It barely even shows the business model that this person's doing in order to live this lifestyle. It doesn't show any value on the actual business model. There's nothing. So how do you convert this? That's the question. The answer is funneling within YouTube itself. Again, like I said, the videos themselves are the funnel, which I'm about to get into, and disqualifying the bad quality leads before you're actually funneling them outside of YouTube. Here's what that looks like. The middle of funnel VSL, aka the conversion mechanism, this is what mine looks like. It's 6.5 hours long. I posted it, I think, almost 3 months ago now. It's got over 20,000 views. This video is the backbone of my entire offer. It introduces the business model. After somebody watches this video for 1 to 2 hours, they are pre-sold. By the time they're going through the type form, booking a call with me, they are ready to buy. Usually it's just they have a couple questions, how it all works, ready to pay, piff, let's go. That's how this works. That's why this is so powerful. Now I'm gonna break down this entire thing and how the actual video works and what needs to be in this. But all you need to know is, because of this video and because my funnel on YouTube is set up correctly, there is no need for a landing page and there is no need for any type of complex funnel. I mean, you don't need a VSL, you don't need a landing page, you don't need even a setter, you don't need data collection, you don't need any of that. All you need is this video, because this video is gonna convert all that top of funnel traffic. How are you gonna get people from these videos to this video? I'm about to explain that in the next part. But The only other thing you need to know, the nurturing mechanism. This is bottom of funnel value. So obviously you have this type of content, which is the lifestyle. It's bringing the top of funnel people. This, which is the main video that is going to convert everybody. And then under that, you need these videos. These videos get the least amount of views out of all of them. However, this is simply for the people that watch this video and don't immediately book a call, or they aren't immediately sold for whatever reason. They still want to see more content. This content is for them. This is the detailed content, like, look at this, an hour-long plus raw funnel setup. Like, this is literally just me sitting at my laptop, setting up a CRM, setting up Zapier, setting up all the back-end stuff for a client. This is not gonna get nearly as many views as a video that's 6 hours long or any of these lifestyle videos. It's just not going to. But it's going to hit my exact ICP. These videos, you need to be creating them with the assumption that the viewer already knows the offer and the business model from this video. And again, I'm about to explain how this all ties together and how to make it flow rather than just having a bunch of videos on your channel and hoping people see them in the right order. These videos are specifically made not to go viral. It's simply just to nurture people and show them anything else they might need to see before they're pre-sold, ready to hop on a call. Underneath that, you're gonna have the testimonial videos. These are the videos that show case studies. They show people that are getting results. They show that other regular people that were in similar situations to them made it out, escaped the 9-to-5, escaped the matrix, whatever it is. It's showing that you have credibility. And again, all this is results, testimonials, case studies. If they make it this far to watching this video, watching these videos, and watching testimonials, they are 100% pre-sold. If they've watched all these different types of content before they're getting on a call, 100% they are getting closed. So what does this look like? Next to the sales mechanism, collect the fucking cash. You do not need a complex funnel or really a funnel at all. This is what mine looks like, okay? It's simply all these videos, and then it directs to a Typeform application, which they either get disqualified or they are qualified. If they are qualified, or we'll start with disqualified. If they're disqualified, which simply means the Typeform is set up so that it asks them if they have enough money. And I'm gonna show you exactly what the Typeform looks like right now, actually, because I think that's going to clear this up a bit. All this is automated. When they go through the Typeform, I have the workflow set up. So if they do not have the funds to purchase a high ticket info product, I'm not getting on a call with them, which means there's no need for any type of setter, any type of complex process, because it does it all for me. Here's what it looks like. Okay, right now I'm inside of the Typeform logic. Now, my Typeform is set because I have two offers, okay? I have an offer for operators, people that are looking to work with creators just like I do, and then I also have an offer geared specifically towards coaches where I run up on a rev share and run up their offer and partner with them essentially. So two separate offers, that's why this looks a little bit complex here, but this is what you really need to see. This is the question that asks them if they have enough money to invest, essentially. It's not saying what the price is, nothing like that. It's simply saying it's a 4-figure investment. What is your financial situation? Okay, these are the options. They have multiple 4 figures to invest. They have multiple 4 figures to invest, but they may need to finance it, or they only have 1 to 2K. Any of these first 3 responses work because they could get on a payment plan. They have some way to pay. If they have less than 1K, then there's only one question that remains, which is, are you adult in the US or do you have a credit card? That's what it's going to go to next if they pick this option. If they pick any of these first 3 options, it's gonna push them through to the call, and then they can speak to me and I can see if we could work something out, payment plan, whatever it is, get them onboarded and get started immediately. If they don't have this, the only other way is if they're an adult in the USA, which means they can get financed through, again, let me pull this up. They can get financed through any of these things. Fanbase, Swap, these are the processors that have all these different financing partners. If they're in the US, Klarna, Afterpay, Zip, they can get financed through credit. If they're not in the US, Split It is the only way, and Sezzle's Canada only, but Split It is the only way somebody can get financed if they are outside of the US, and all they need is a credit card. So then it goes to this question. Are you an adult in the USA or do you have a credit card? What does this question look like? The options are they're 18 plus in the USA and they have a credit card, which means any of these options could work. B is I'm 18 in the USA, but I do not have a credit card, which means pretty much any of these but Split It works. The next option is I am not in the USA, but I do have a credit card. That means only Split It works. And let me explain really quick how Split It works so you guys know how this financing works. Like I said, Split It is the only way you can get financed outside of the US. It works simply based on a credit card. It's up to 12 months, 0% interest. So let's say your info product is $6,000. If someone finances that through Split It, they can make it $500 a month, no interest, 12 months. They can divide it just like that. The way it works is Split It simply puts a temporary hold on their card. So they'll put a $6,000 pending charge on their card and not posted charge. They don't have to pay $6,000 in 30 days on their card. That's not how it works. For 12 months, it's gonna have $6,000 pending. Every month when they have to pay that $500, it's gonna take that $500 out of the $6,000. So next month, it's gonna turn the pending into $5,500 and then a posted charge for $500. So they actually only have to pay it monthly and they can split it, no interest, up to 12 months, which is fucking crazy. If you guys don't have Split It, WAP is the only processor with Split It right now. Both of these, Fanbasis and WAP, have separate ones. Fanbasis is better for like US, they have Pava. Pava is really fucking good. But WAP is the only one with Split It right now, and you need to be processing a certain dollar threshold in order to get access to this. If they pick this last question, there is no hope for them because they have less than 1K. There's nothing they could even put down that they have. They're not in the USA. They can't get financed through Klarna or any of those things. And they don't have a credit card, which means they can't get financed through Split It. So this is the only one where they are fully disqualified. However, what you need to do is make sure the Typeform doesn't end right there because a lot of people are gonna waste your time. They're gonna hop on calls. If they can see that this is the end of it, again, if they click that last one saying they're not in the US, they don't have a credit card, the last button is gonna say submit, and that they can tell that's the end of the Typeform. So I'll always send them to another question first, after this one, and then that ends the Typeform. Otherwise, if they see it's gonna end it by clicking that option, they're just gonna lie and click a different option, even if they have no money, which is a waste of time for everybody. That's it, it's super simple. You can have a setter figure this out, or you can do what I just did, which is have the Typeform literally do all the work for you and make sure you're only hopping on calls with people that have money to invest or can get financed and they can become a customer. All this goes to a sales call simply through Calendly. That's all it is. The Typeform redirects to a Calendly and you can sell between a 6 to 12K offer. That's the pricing that I like to use between those ranges. That's it. Now, once they're on a sales call, they get closed, it goes to fulfillment. This is the onboarding mechanism. This is extremely important. You guys cannot lack on your fulfillment, okay? I know there's a lot of people out there that think like, oh, I can just sell any info product. I don't actually need experience in the business model. Sure, you could say that, but when it really gets down to it, your reputation is super important and setting expectations is really, really important. Obviously, you want to get everybody on contract, that kind of thing, but you want to make sure expectations are set. They know exactly what they're going to be getting. They understand all of this on the call. And then before anything, you have an onboarding call with them personally. I don't care if you have coaches inside your program, whatever it is, you need to have some type of onboarding call with you, even if you have a closer, because these people, they're buying into you. If they're buying something one-on-one, even group coaching, you got to talk to them personally. So I always do the onboarding myself. My offer, both my offers, it's all one-on-one. So it's not a big deal to me. I don't have like a closer or anything like that, but simply it's an onboarding call. On that call, you're gonna give them access to resources. So whatever you can give them that's some type of consumable. In my case, it's SOPs, KPIs, that kind of thing. I also give them access to 2 coaches, Rage and Neil, which you've probably seen in some of my videos, if you've watched any of my videos before. But essentially how this works is we all get inside of a group chat. Now they have access to 2 guys that are extremely quick to respond over text. So anytime they have a quick question over text, they can send it and boom, get an answer. These guys are just as knowledgeable as me. I run up all my creators and all my mentees with them. That's super important. And then they also know how communication works. It's super important to set expectations for communication. They know exactly how this works. They know that all the texts, if they have quick questions, Rage and Neil are gonna be responsive to them faster than me. But all the one-on-one calls, I don't put a limit on the calls. Anytime they wanna book a call with me, all they have to do is send a message in the group chat with a day and time. Rage and Neil have access to my calendar, they book it in, and I'm on a one-on-one call with them. That negates all the back and forth with asking, oh, what time are you available? It gets rid of all of that, and they know exactly how they can contact me They know they have full access to me. Expectations are set. I also like to give, and again, everything I'm going over, this goes for all the offers I run. This is not just my offer. I also like to give a set of initial tasks, which is something after the onboarding call for them to do immediately, so they're started on the right path and they know exactly what they need to do next. There's no questioning it. There's none of that. With that, you need to set expectations. This is the most important thing. You guys can't be selling programs where people think they're gonna hop in and in 1 week they're gonna be making 30K a month. There's a lot of people that have shady guarantees. They try to sell offers like this. It is not a good long-term play. It might work a couple months, you might be ripping, but eventually it all crash and burn because your reputation is gonna get shit on if you're promising things you can't actually deliver. Not only that, but then you're gonna be dealing with people trying to dispute and ask for refunds, and you don't want anything like that. So you need to make sure the expectations are set. They know exactly what the communication is gonna look like, how they can communicate with you, how they can book calls with you, how they can get on one-on-one calls with you, what they should predict to be making from the business model in X amount of time. Make sure everything that you promise is something that you can actually deliver on. Otherwise, it's going to bring a lot of problems in the future. Next is the flywheel VSL. So this is kind of an overview of what the entire thing looks like. Obviously, most of you guys are watching this video, not for the fulfillment aspect, but you want to know how to funnel people from YouTube just based on videos. Because if you look at my funnel, it's a fucking type form, guys. There's not a crazy funnel. There's nothing that goes into it. There's no setter. I always get people filling my type form, like trying to funnel hack me. I have a whole video breaking down how my type form is set up. There's nothing to funnel hack. There's no setter that reaches out. This is very straightforward. All of that is because of the flywheel VSL. Again, this top of funnel content, this all comes down to why this converts so well. There's a few tricks you need to know. YouTube favors doing this in the algorithm. They actually like when you do this, and I'm gonna explain why right now, based on YouTube data, okay? Let's take a look at the description of one of these videos. This video right here, a weekend in Miami of a course seller, okay? In the description of that video, I have the type form, and then this is the most important thing here. Watch my 6-hour course next. I'm sending all of the top of funnel traffic that watches this video, these videos, any top of funnel videos I have, I'm sending all of that traffic to the 6-hour video. In your case, if you're a coach, whatever it is, you don't need your video to be 6 hours long, as long as it's at least an hour, and you should hold back nothing. Obviously, there's some things that can't be put in this video. Maybe it's based on your offer. Like for example, my offer, when it comes down to actually building out funnels and offers, like what works for one creator is not gonna work for another. That's not even something that can be packaged into a course. That's why I prefer to do it one-on-one on calls. But what you need to know is having this is going to boost the fuck out of your YouTube for 2 reasons. There's 2 statistics on YouTube that you need to be aware of. That is watch time and session time. These are not the same things. Watch time, you can view this on your video, your analytics, you can see what the watch time is, but what matters more than watch time is session time. YouTube cares a lot about keeping people on the platform. This is the same reason I don't even link my Instagram. If YouTube sees that people are leaving their social platform to another social platform, they're gonna shit on their video because they don't like that. You need to optimize for session time, which all that means is when someone watches your video, are they leaving the platform or are they staying on the platform? When someone watches these videos and then they go on to watch a 6-hour video, my session time is boosted enormously because they're seeing this guy is keeping people on our platform. We can run ads to them. We can make money off these people. So let's boost his videos more because they're keeping people on the platform. That's how YouTube works. That's why this works so well, because YouTube is going to be pushing people. They want you on their platform, but that's not the best part. When you get down to this, the actual VSL video itself, which is the money printer, YouTube knows your ICP. They know exactly what kind of people like this video, especially after 20,000 views. They know the exact type of people that watch this video, increase the session time. They know who that is. What that means is now people are watching this video without watching these ones. People are getting recommended this video because YouTube knows these kind of people watch it. These kind of people stay on the platform when they watch this video. Let's push that to more people that are similar to the ones that are already watching it, which again, keeps people on the platform more. That's where this really picks up and why YouTube favoring this in the algorithm works so fucking well. Because I no longer need to be posting these top of funnel videos to get people to watch this one. They're gonna watch it automatically just because YouTube knows the kind of people that watch it. And as a result, this is what it looks like. In the month of October, where my own offer did $138,000 cash collected, I got 25,000 views on YouTube. 25K views did this much cash collected. And that is including these top of funnel videos. So now I want you guys to imagine a creator that's only making, value videos. That's why this works for people like Stecco, for example. His videos, they don't get a ton of views, but look how detailed these videos are. Like these videos, you're not a random person watching this video trying to make money online. If you're watching these videos, you know exactly what the business model is. You already know all these things. You're specifically watching these videos because you're searching something or you're being recommended these videos from another similar video, which means he doesn't need to get a shit ton of views on his YouTube. He doesn't need more than 200 subscribers because the exact ICP that he wants is watching those videos. And as a result, that's what it looks like. 25K views, $138,000 cash collected. Now, what do these numbers actually look like on the inside and in the funnel? I'm gonna break this down after I drink some water. So, 25,490 views translated to $138,000 cash collected. Here's the initial exposure, 25,000 views. 1.9%, I have all the numbers as well, breaking this down. 1.9% of people that watch my videos filled an application, which if I didn't have that 6-hour video, that's not fucking happening. This, even though it looks like a low number, that's a really fucking high number. Out of that, 506 applications. In total, the Typeform had like 2,000 views, 1,000 people started it, 500 people actually submitted it. This is their first intent to buy. This is their first intent, like, okay, I'm interested in what this person has to offer. Of those 506 applications, 81 of them are qualified, which is about 16% of applications are actually qualified and can potentially be financed or afford this. Out of those 81 people that are qualified, 42%, which are 34 people, actually booked a call, went through the whole Typeform, and then after they finished the Typeform and they were qualified, they booked a call. A lot of these people didn't book immediately either. They needed to be reached out by me and say, hey, did you have questions? Why'd you not book a call? Again, I don't even have a setter. I send those texts myself because there's not enough volume to where I need a setter to do that. That's why having this Typeform and having everything qualify people so well is fucking overpowered. It's insane. After these book calls, this is the buyer intent. 82% of them showed up to the call, which is 28. So like 6 or so no-shows or people. And again, with this 28, this is also including people that had to reschedule or they no-showed and then rescheduled. 6 of them were just completely lost. A few of these people did no-show but ended up rescheduling. I usually only give one chance, and if there's a good enough reason for why they didn't show up to the call, don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people fucking rebook 3 calls. That's just gonna be a shit person to work with, which I'm about to get into. Why this is so good as well is because you're working with people that you actually enjoy working with, which is super important. Of these 28 meetings, 68% of them turned into clients, which means they paid, and then by this point they are financially committed. So around 19 people or so in the month of October across both of my offers. Now, this results in $138,000 cash collected. Obviously, some of them are on payment plans, so the contract value is actually higher. I'm just tracking cash collected though. So around 7K average order value, all from a simple Typeform funnel with no VSL, no landing page, none of that. And by this point, they're financially committed, so they're working with you, they're a client. Every single one of these 19 people came to me pre-sold. I did not have to be on the call like, why is this holding you back? I didn't have to do any of these stupid fucking, I hate seeing those reels where it's like closers selling sales offers, which by the way, sales is a great way to get into info products or really online business as a whole. But I hate seeing those videos where these people are showing how to objection handle, where someone's like, I need to think about it. And then it turns into, well, why do you need to think about it? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many complexities that come with that. But when it comes to this funnel and doing this correctly, if someone watched a 6-hour video, they have they know how the business model works. They know how your offer works. They have all the information that they could possibly need to become a buyer. So all these people came to me pre-sold. Typically how my calls go is they might have a couple questions and then I run them through exactly how I run the offer. again, I run them through, you get access to 2 coaches, unlimited calls with me, you book them into the coaches, I run them through all of that, and then it's like, okay, all their couple questions are cleared, ready to pay, let's get started immediately. All these people came to me pre-sold. 0 of these 19 people did I have to be like, oh, well, why do you need to think about it? Or did I have to be like using some fancy sales tactic to get them to buy? Because the issue is, if you have to do that, and if you're working with people that aren't fully in, a week later they're gonna ask for a refund, or they're gonna get cold feet, or whatever it is, it's just not people that you want to work with in the first place. Which brings me to my next point. Again, all of this is because of this video and funneling all my traffic towards this video. This single video is the center of my entire funnel. I want you guys to realize too, let me show you really quick. This video was posted 3 months ago, okay? If we scroll down, the first one I did that was similar to this was this video. 17K views. This video was 1 hour long. You don't need a 6-hour long video. You don't need that. Once you get to the point where you can, because look, I'm gonna be honest, it takes a long fucking time to make a video like that. Until then, just get a 1 hour video out. For someone to buy a high ticket info product, you need them to have consumed 1 to 2 hours of value content from you. If you can get that in one video, you're set. This is the reason that that YouTube works so much better than Instagram or any of these other social media platforms, because someone could watch all of your reels. They could sit there scrolling through, watching all of it. It's still not going to give them that 1 to 2 hours of value content where you could one-shot it in one fucking video and it's done. So because of this, I'm able to cut out all the fancy sales sequences, no need for setters or closers, anything like that. And again, like I said, any of these slimy, salesy tactics, I'm able to cut all that out, which translate to, I don't have to work with pain in the ass clients, which is really what this comes down to. Because I don't have to convince people to buy from me, and all the calls, all the people that are signing up and joining my program, they already want to join, they already want to buy. Because of that, I don't have to work with people that are shitty to work with or that I wouldn't enjoy working with, because all of that is cut out. They're hopping on the call. They already know what they want to do. They just need to clear up a couple questions and they're ready to go. It's as simple as that. So that's the most important thing. You guys need to be in the position with your offers, especially if it's one-on-one. Like if I was doing a group coaching offer or something like that, this might be a little bit different, because if I'm not working with people one-on-one, it doesn't matter who they are. I don't need to be able to work well with them. You know what I mean? I don't need to like them as a person. But if it's one-on-one, this is someone I'm gonna be on multiple calls with every single week. That's not somebody that can be just anybody. I don't wanna work with some random pain in the ass dickhead, you know what I mean? That's also why I take the calls myself, and really a lot of the offers I run, I have the actual creator take the calls, not a closer, because if this is set up correctly, they don't need closing skills and they can actually pick and choose who they want to work with. I don't know if you guys watched my recent video, but one of the calls I had was part of this in October, and I literally showed this in the video where I told him, like, it was basically a guy that was doing SMMA, he wanted to get into operating, and I told him straight up, like, if we're gonna work together, if you're gonna join this, you need to like get rid of your SMMA first and be fully ready to go in on this business model. And I didn't even like pitch him on joining or pitch him the price or anything, just because it's not somebody that I would be able to work with. Once you guys are in the position where you can actually pick and choose the people you wanna work with, your life will get so much fucking easier. And because of that, I suggest taking the calls yourself. Now, the implementation. This is what you need to do if you actually want to implement everything I just showed you into your own funnel and start bringing on your own high ticket clients simply from YouTube, as well as if you're an operator and if you're running offers, this is what you have to do in those offers in order for you to be able to do this exact same thing. So first, of course, the top of funnel content. This is the initial exposure. Build out a full content plan. What is it gonna look like? I suggest not doing a ton of top of funnel lifestyle content. You really don't need a lot. Like if you're posting one video a week, maybe one of them should be top of funnel. And then all you're doing for that is building out exactly what the entire content plan looks like. Of course, the money printer, which is the middle of funnel, flywheel, VSL, as long as it's at least an hour, that's all you need. And then you need to set up the full funnel, which typically just looks like Typeform, CRM, Zapier, Calendly. All of that is in that video I posted as well. It is this one. I show how to set up all of that. So feel free to watch that if you'd like. It's literally a raw funnel setup. If you don't know how to set up close, CRM, or any of those things, I show how in that video. Then the bottom of funnel value, this is the nurturing mechanism for the people that don't book a call or immediately buy from the VSL, which is simply building out a multi-platform content ecosystem, which is Instagram and YouTube focus. Again, YouTube is going to be the main thing. You can also have Instagram to nurture. So like these offers, I have my own Instagram set up nicely, as well as his Instagram set up nicely. You don't need a funnel on there. You don't need to be posting, DM me this word. I fucking hate that shit. I just hate all the salesy shit. It doesn't work anymore. If you want to sell a high ticket info product, you need to be raw, real, authentic, show people what you're offering and get them in. You don't need any of that bullshit. I don't like it at all. But you can always build that out on Instagram, YouTube. It's always good if you're active on all platforms. I stick to Instagram and YouTube. You can do Twitter as well. TikTok is really just a shithole. Like I don't even fuck with TikTok, but I threw it in here. These are the only, if you're gonna rip it on every platform, these are the only 4 that matter. Then of course the conversion mechanism, which is the sales sequence, collecting the cash. You need to build out the entire offer, figure out what's included, what the price point is, how long it is if you put a time frame on your offer, hiring an appointment setter or a closer. Again, you don't need either of these things. A setter maybe you want to do, but a closer is really, really not necessary, especially if you're only selling high ticket and the funnel is similar to mine. Because I can take 25,000 views and take 30 calls. That's an average of what? 1 call per day? That's fucking a joke. That's a joke. You do not need a closer. I wouldn't recommend, to even get a closer to run up an offer full time, you're gonna need them to have like 4 to 5 qualified calls a day. Otherwise their commission is not gonna pay the bills. It's not worth their time. And then of course, the backend infrastructure, so setting up the processing, the financing, that's all through Fanbase, Swap, getting them all set up and ready to process payments. Then of course, testimonials, the testimonial printer, fulfillment, onboarding. This is super important. You need testimonials. You need this, guys. This is like the biggest thing. Same with when you're bringing on coaches or creators. If you're trying to operate their offer, for example, they're gonna ask you, who do you work with? Who are the people that you work with? Who have you worked with in the past? People want to see results. No one wants to work with someone when it's their first time working with them. It's like if someone tried to sell a drop shipping offer, how to start drop shipping. Oh, well, what students like have had success with this? Oh, you're the first student. I'm not gonna fucking buy. You know what I mean? Like people want to see that other people have done this successfully. That's super important. And if your fulfillment and your onboarding and all of that is dialed, it's not difficult to get testimonials and to get interviews and to get screenshot results, all of that. So you need to build out the full client journey, all the fulfillment. You need an onboarding plan for when you're actually getting them in, giving them access to resources, all of that. This all needs to be built out and you need to be fast. That's the biggest thing. Every coaching program I see that fails or has a bad reputation, it's usually because of 2 things. The main thing is always communication, where they're like, oh, I didn't hear back from this guy for 2 days and I paid him for fucking one-on-one mentorship. Like, yeah, what the fuck? That's stupid. You need to make sure that's built out, and then which really ties into the other thing, which is speed. Things need to happen quickly. When someone is signing up to a program to make money or make money online or whatever it is, they want to change their life. They want something drastic to happen in their life. So if the offer itself does not help them achieve that quickly, then they could have just done it themselves by watching fucking YouTube videos. The whole point people buy coaching programs is they want someone that already knows what they're doing, they've already done it, and can do it with speed. It's an accelerant, okay? I have these 2 videos that you guys should probably watch. One of them is this, Mark, a client testimonial interview that I did. He's operating 2 offers. He's making personally $48K per month profit from these 2 offers simply because of this YouTube strategy. They're both 2 YouTube guys. He's got I think it's like 30%, I forget what it was. I break it down in the video. I think he has like 30% share of each offer. In total, both offers are doing like over 150K a month collectively, something like that. And he's making 48K per month from 2 clients simply because they're following exactly what I just broke down and showed you guys in this video. The other person is Stecco, which again, I did a coaching call with him and put it in my 6-hour course. It's like 45 minutes long. I could probably link it to the timestamp, or I might even just throw it in this video. I'm not sure. It might play right now. If not, I decided not to throw it in, and you can just go to the link. But he's doing 70K per month. And this was the first conversation we had about this strategy, where he decided he's going to run up YouTube, and then the people that he doesn't want to work with on a rev share, he's going to sell them consulting for like $7,000 or something like that. And it's fucking ripping, and it's working really well from getting a couple hundred views a video. So this shit works, guys. I'm not breaking this down. I'm like, for fun. I'm not just making this shit up. I put this together because this works, I've seen it work, and it may look simple at the surface, and even maybe after I broke this down, it sounds simple. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it when it comes to like the content itself, but this shit works. Now, I wanna say this too. Everything here that goes into implementing this into your offer, if you are a creator, if you are a coach, if you're already making money, or if you're just trying to start selling an offer, whatever it is, go to the type form in the description, fill it out. Both my offers are one-on-one, whether you're an operator trying to work with creators or you're a coach trying to make more fucking money with your coaching program, fill out the type form in the description. All of this is done for my clients. I do all of this personally. This is not an agency. I don't have an agency. I stress heavily on that too in my videos. I work personally with everybody. So if you want to run this up with me, if you want to make some more fucking money, whether you're an operator or if you're a creator and you just want to rip your offer, if you're a creator, I work with a lot of people straight up just with rev share, where I'll take a percentage. I make money if you make money. So if you're interested in working with me and having all of this done for you, fill out the type form in the description. And if you're qualified, we can hop on a call and potentially go from there. That's it though, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Make sure to add me on Instagram as well, at Dustin Verano. I post some stuff on there sometimes. About to be going crazy with the story highlights very, very soon, doing more breakdowns and stuff like this within Instagram. But if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I check all my DMs and answer them all personally, as well as drop a comment on the video. I respond to all the comments personally as well if you have questions, whatever it is. And of course, subscribe for more. And if you have not already, watch the 6-hour course video because it is fucking cracked and you're gonna learn a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.